What's up, guys? This is Into the Mire, and I'm going to be talking about relationship advice. Just went on to Reddit, scrolling through some relationship questions in regards to dating, and just going to give my shot, just going to give my gut answer on this. Now, notice a lot of these questions, they get a little crazy, so I chose some of the more tamer ones that I found, and I'm just going to give a shot at this. Let's go. For everyone looking for relationship advice, this is the video for you to watch. First question: had a girl being interested in me for the first time. Story goes, I've never been confident in myself, so I never really dated much, but recently I've just been much more outgoing and confident. So the other week I heard a girl asked for my Instagram and wants her friend to introduce me to her. Kind of panicking a little since it's something new, but boys, I made it. Congratulations, dude. You did make it. Kudos to you for being confident and all that good stuff. So first off that you got to do when you find a girl that's being interested in you, don't panic. Just play it cool. Now, a lot of times we tend to put pressure on ourselves that we got to keep up this facade that you're this big macho guy, that you got to make it seem that you kind of got it all together. When in reality, most people, we don't got it all together. And so obviously first impressions are great, and you obviously made a great first impression. So that's the first check mark for you, dude. But yeah, just play it cool. Be friends with her. Don't put all this pressure on yourself that you got to perform and act like somebody that you're not. Just learn to be you and be comfortable in your own skin and keep on being confident in who you are. That's the best piece of advice that I can give you. Don't freak out when you talk to her. In fact, just take the initiative. Go up and talk to her. Ask for her Instagram. Yeah, do that. Be the man. Do it. You got this, dude. Next relationship question is, my boyfriend is a sporadic texter. So it goes, I've been dating this guy for a little over 3 months now. We see each other about once a week because we live in different cities. So long distance relationship. Cool. When we're together, everything is great. He's very affectionate and loving. However, when it comes to texting, he is not very consistent. I've even resorted to the dreaded double text after many hours of hearing nothing from him. I know he leads a busy life, but sometimes I'll see he's active on other social media when he hasn't texted me back. I brought this issue up to him before, and he says this is just how he is and reassures me that he likes me. Am I too paranoid? What should I do? I'm finding it harder and harder to pretend this isn't bothering me. Okay, so this is a little bit more nuanced here. I've been dating this guy for about 3 months now. Obviously, y'all like each other. This is a long distance relationship. I get insecurities tend to build up in that type of relationship. So actually, when I was first dating my wife, she wasn't too good at texting me back either. And I get it. She was busy. She was actually living overseas. So we were living in different time zones, and she would take a while to respond to me. Sometimes maybe 6 hours, 12 hours, depending on how busy she was. Sometimes it would take a whole day before she would get back to me. And obviously, I got a little insecure. I started thinking that she was seeing other guys. Obviously, that was just my insecurity talking at that point. But we did have that talk, just like you had with your boyfriend about it. And all I said was, I just need a text back that you're good, that you're okay. You don't need to write me a long paragraph. All you got to do is just respond. I'll promise I'll stop bugging you, right? And in a mutual relationship, there has to be a little bit of give and take here. So obviously she went for that. And so she texted me back, everything's okay, everything's good, busy at the moment, all that good stuff. And that's literally all that I wanted. I didn't need a whole text paragraph and just to text back and forth instantaneously. Obviously I was, being insecure about some of that stuff, but I learned to give and take at the same time. So I wasn't bothering her constantly when she was in her busy season. So anyway, we figured that out. And so there has to be a bit of compromise, especially when you're in a relationship. If you find that the other person is not willing to compromise with you and what you need and what you want, I'd take that as like a little red flag, just a little one. If he really likes you, he's got to understand that there has to be a little bit of compromise there. And it really doesn't take much to just send a, hey, busy at the moment, talk later. That's it. You really don't need to talk much. So I know even though he's a little bit busy, it just takes just 1 second to say, hey, busy, get back with you later. Or just say, hey, I'm good. Okay. Yeah, I'll just get back with you later. It takes no amount of time, just takes a couple of seconds to even respond. So to the dude, if you're watching this, just take 5 seconds out of your day just to text your girlfriend, okay, man? It's not like you're going to text her every single minute, but just take the time. If you like her, try to meet her halfway. Okay, so great question, by the way. Next question we have is dating a woman 10 years older than me and over a foot shorter than me. I'm in my late 20s. She seems nice, but worried about haters like friends and family. Okay, so I'm going to assume this guy is going to be like 28 years old and the woman is going to be 38 years old. Okay, obviously relationships like that can work. You just got to learn how to meet together. Now, a lot of times what tends to happen in those type of relationships, though, is that the woman will tend to take over the relationship because obviously she has more experience. She knows what she wants, yada, yada, all this fun stuff. Again, I don't know what the relationship looks like back here, but let's assuming that everything's going great. Y'all are in a mutual relationship. Y'all love each other. Y'all are learning how to compromise with each other. Y'all are meeting each other halfway in this relationship. Just going to address your insecurities. You said she seems nice, but worried about haters like friends and family. Screw the haters and family. There, that's it. Oh, man. Okay. So if you got to have the talk with your friends and family about this relationship, assuming there are no red flags in this relationship, your friends and family have to come to acknowledge that this is the path that you have chosen. For better or worse, they may agree, they may disagree. That's not up to them. You shouldn't allow the opinions of others to determine what you do with your life. What you do in your relationships. So obviously, again, assuming that there are no red flags in this relationship, don't take their opinion into account. If everything's going on healthily in this relationship, then yeah, haters are going to hate and you can't do anything about that. But I would have the talk with them, say, hey, if you call me a friend or call me family, I need you to accept this, that this is what we're going to do, whether you like it or not. This is what I'm going to do. And so be sure to, make sure that you're ready to cross that line because there are going to be times where you're just going to have to tell your friends no. You're going to have to tell your family no, and that is okay. You don't need to get offended by their reaction, and if they get offended, that's on them because this is the path that you've chosen, and it seems like there's no red flags in this, so yeah, go for it, man. Don't listen to the haters. Okay, now this is a little bit more complicated here. Let's get into this. So, red flag, she doesn't want me to know about her whereabouts. When she comes over to stay with her friends, she puts her luggage in another room. I've known her for 10 years and occasionally we'll hook up. Recently, about 2 months back, we decided to take it seriously. My issue is that all her friends don't know about our serious relationship. My issue is that while all my friends know about our serious relationship, hers doesn't, and she gets upset when I ask her about her whereabouts. As long as I've known her, she will get very friendly with guys when she gets drunk, and she has a nightcap every night. She is from another state and usually visits me with her friends, where she will put her luggage into another room. She keeps saying that I should trust her and gets upset. Should I just turn a blind eye and let it be? Am I a fool to trust her? Am I being too jealous? She keeps saying that I should trust her and gets upset. Should I just turn a blind eye and let it be? Am I a fool to trust her? Am I being too jealous? Okay, there's a lot of stuff that's going on here. Okay, so you've known this girl for 10 years now, and occasionally you hooked up, you didn't hook up, not hooked up, all that fun stuff, and then you said about 2 months ago, decided to take it seriously. Okay, so there's a lot of bad habits that have been embedded into this hook up, not hooked up, in a relationship, not in a relationship type of thing. And so you're dealing with these habits that have already been ingrained in the relationship. Now, your understanding of what it means to take it seriously could be very different from what she means when she says to take it seriously. So what you guys got to do is that you've got to come together and actually talk about, what do you mean when you say take it seriously? Because obviously y'all aren't on the same page with this. Now, at least for me in my relationship, obviously I'm married right now, but in my relationship with my wife, I have no secrets from her. She has the passcode to my laptop, to my media devices, to my phone, to my Facebook, all that fun stuff. And she can track me whenever she wants. I've done that not because she's jealous about me or because she doesn't trust me. It's because I want her to know that I'm a completely open book. I have nothing to hide. And so you asking about her whereabouts is, at the end of the day, not a big deal to tell you. I would be concerned when she's like, why are you asking me? You don't trust me? I would be kind of concerned with that. That would be kind of a red flag for me. It's not that you don't trust her, it's that you're worried about her and you want to know if she's okay. And that's all fair. So I wouldn't turn a blind eye to this, because the deeper you get into this relationship, you said you're seriously in this relationship for 2 months. It's just going to get worse if this does not get resolved. And you're going to have these insecurities. She's going to think she can do whatever she wants, and nothing's going to happen. Again, someone has to compromise here. And I think she'll have to meet you somewhere in the middle in order to establish this relationship of trust. So no, I wouldn't turn a blind eye to this, and I would not let it be. Are you a fool to trust her? I wouldn't call you a fool. I'll call you naive, maybe. And no, I don't think you're being too jealous. I think you're worrying, unless you're constantly texting her every single minute of the day. Then yeah, you're being a little overbearing and a little too needish. So don't do that. But as long as you're not doing that, I don't think any of this is unfair to ask, and I would totally ask that. And yeah, if she fights you on that about telling you where she is when you're in this serious relationship, yeah, I'd take that as a red flag. But y'all need to definitely sit down and talk about what it means to take a relationship seriously. And if that means being an open book with each other, y'all have got to clarify that. A lot of misunderstandings happen in a relationship because communication on those points don't happen, especially in regards to terms, what it means to take it seriously for you, what it means to take it seriously for her. She may think she's already taking it seriously. You don't see that, apparently. So there's a misunderstanding that's going on that can only be resolved when you both sit down and talk about this. What does it mean to take it seriously? And this is what should happen in every relationship. Define your terms, because not everyone understands things and views the world the same way that you do. And that's what it means to be in a relationship. Y'all are learning about each other and learning how to communicate with each other in a healthy way. Next question we have here. Ooh, oh man. Okay, let's get into this. She says she lost feelings. I told her how I feel. Now she's speechless. Does she even seem to care though? Oh man. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna keep on reading. This girl and I once had strong feelings for each other. We were never in a relationship. She lost hers, but I don't lose feelings that easily. I told her how I felt deep down in a text, and she said, for the first time in my life, I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. I told her a bit more, and she said, Trey, stop. I'm going to get emotional, and thank you, really. Like, I appreciate you so much. Oh, man. Oh. I responded, saying, I'm just letting you know how I feel, and thanks. We haven't spoken now in a couple of days. I don't know how to take this. Dude, I'm sorry. She's trying to friend zone you. It's flat out. Oh gosh. Depending on how old y'all are, if y'all are younger, she probably doesn't understand the feelings that she's going through. Doesn't even know what love is at this point. Heck, you may not even know what love is at this point in a relationship. So I would say that I would back down from her. Now, she may want to keep things civil or in a friendship type way with her. No, don't do that. I would completely cut this off. Now, if she has completely lost feelings for you, she will not try to reach out to you. Now, I wouldn't stop actively reaching out to her. I would let it be. Do not talk to her. Do not contact her. Let her make the first move. You've moved first. Now the ball is in her court. If she wants to have a relationship with you, the ball is in her court. Now it's up to her whether she's going to pass you the ball. Relationship is not a one-way street. It's a two-way street. And there's a lot of give and take that happens. So, dude, it sucks. I'm sorry you're being friend zoned like this. And hope the best for you, dude. Yeah, man. She needs to figure out what she wants. And I wouldn't contact her until she does. Okay, this is the last one. Now, I'm not too sure if I'm going to post this or not because this is a long one. I am in love with my abuser's best friend. What do I do? Woo! Okay, it looks like, they're about 18 years old. Not 8 years old. About 17 and 18 years old. So the girl was in a 3-year abusive relationship with this one dude. I'm just going to summarize this, guys. The ex is 18, and they have a mutual friend who's also a dude that's 18 years old. Towards the end of the relationship, I began developing feelings for this best friend. They would stay in contact. They would say, "I love you," and he would constantly remind her that she deserved better, and that he knew that my ex was, for lack of a better word, a piece of beep. When I finally left my ex, we grew even closer. Okay. And just going to read here. Okay, so she was still in contact with her ex, and after the breakup, and he expressed that he hated how close that he was getting close to his best friend, and told her to stop doing that. The ex went ballistic, had verbal abuse, told his friend that he could never speak to him again, and then blocked me. It looks like the abuser's best friend chose his friend and blocked her. Completely cut her off, didn't speak for 2 months. She's been going through a cycle of blocking him and unblocking him. I want to forgive, but I don't know if I can. I don't know his intentions. Part of me believes that there is a chance for us, but I cannot trust him as long as he defends my abuser. What do I do? Please help. I'm absolutely losing my mind over this. What you should completely do, and this is just the short of it. I know there's a lot of shared history here. This is a 3-year abusive relationship. Whew, I am so sorry for that. If this guy is still defending your abusive ex, then I would call it off with him. Just cut it off. Rip that Band-Aid off. Rip that scab off. Let it bleed out and let it heal up. You want to stay away from a guy like that, because it may come down in the future that when you come to be with this guy, you will start seeing similar traits that you saw in your ex. And the reason why he's defending your ex is because he knows he would do the same thing. So I would be careful there. And if he's still friends with this abusive guy, I would call into question his character at that time. If I had a friend who I knew was abusing someone else, like mentally, verbally, physically even, I would break off my relationship with that person, because I don't want to be close friends with any guy that's like that. The Bible says bad company corrupts good character. And I don't want to be around people like that, especially people not willing to change. Now, if I was his best friend, obviously I would confront this abusive guy and tell him to knock it off. That if he doesn't, I just can't be friends with him. And I would go through with that. Actually, I had to do that. But in the long run, this will help you in the future. And you're young. There's going to be a great guy that's going to come your way. You don't need to worry about that. And I guess just in closing, we shop around and we look for relationships, right? We're going to bars, going to clubs, wherever we frequent, right? And we're looking for someone that we can hook up with, online dating scene that's been blowing up. If you're looking for a quality relationship, you don't go to a bad quality place. If you're looking for quality clothing, like Gucci, like, I don't know, that's the only high-end clothing brand that I can think of. You don't go to Walmart to look for that. You actually go to that store to find them. You may find some good quality clothes at Walmart or Target or whatever, Dollar General, Goodwill. You may once in a while find that, but it's not too often. More often than not, high-quality clothing is going to be found in a high-quality brand store. And so you go to those places to find those high-quality products. Now, the same thing in a relationship. If you want to find a good relationship, you want to frequent those places that have a history of having high quality products, relationships, and learn where those places are. Obviously, I have my own opinions where you can find a high quality guy or girl for that matter, but that's just my Christian opinion. That's the end of our talk here on Reddit. That was relationship advice from Reddit. And oh man, I might end up doing this every once in a while. Maybe once a month I'll do this, because this was actually kind of fun. Anyways, guys, keep it real, and we'll see you later on relationship advice in the mire. I'll see ya.